Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jamie. If you're not, thank you. I appreciate you being here. Um, I just basically talk about trying to start a new business. I was previously on Etsy. I had a previous business. It was a bridal shop, a proposal box shop, and I did well in the first couple years, but it steadily has been going down from there. So and it wasn't like a passion. Like I loved doing it. I loved being a part of people's special moments in their life. So that was very fulfilling for me. However, it was not a passion. It was really driven out of necessity. I needed to make additional income. I'm a single mom. I work full time, and it's just expensive living in California. What can I say? Um, so, and I have not had a partner for a very long time. So it literally is just me. And at the time, my oldest daughter was in college and I was helping her, with that. And I have a teenage daughter. She's 16 now. My oldest has finally moved out. Now I have a craft room. Ooh, ooh. But anyways, I got off the plan. But anyways, so it was driven out of a necessity to be able to provide essentials and also like I want to take my kids on vacations and things like that. So I've always hustled. I've always had a second something. Right before I got pregnant with my youngest daughter, I had three jobs. Three. I worked for the bank. I worked for, at the time, it was Singular Cellular, and I worked for Home Depot. 7 days a week. I had my daughter Jasa. She was younger at the time. So it's always been a hustle for me. It's always been get it, get it, get it, get it, because it's just so expensive to live here. And I have been single for a very long time. So that being said, I started this business when we got our stimulus checks during COVID, right? So I immediately put all of that money into making more money for myself and my family. And it went well. And I think it was during a time when we were in the house and people were buying online. So that I started in 2021. I did good for those first 8 months. And I'm going to show you guys too. So I'm going to literally show you how it's gone for me. So then the next year was really well. The year after that was really well, in my opinion. I made less money, but still really well. And then it just completely tanked in 2024. I don't know what happened. I believe Etsy algorithming and things of that nature, all the requirements, what they're doing, all this stuff that I don't do, with the keywords and just the way that they have regrouped to push you up to be seen. In my opinion, my pictures were okay. They weren't top notch. They were good enough for you to see what you were getting, but they weren't like professional or anything like that. But I did work hard on that shop and I just could not bring it back to life. So I decided, like, I still have a bunch of inventory from that shop, but I just decided that I wanted to do things that I was passionate about. I'm 48 years old. I don't want to be working just to work. Like, I want to be passionate. I don't mind. I like to stay busy, you know. Um, but I want to work on things that I'm passionate about, that I'm excited about, that I feel like I want to share with other people's. And that's where other people's, that's not a word, other people. And that's where a bookish place came from. It really came from a place of genuine love. Because I love books. I love book talk. I love looking at reviews, and I just love all the bookish things, even though I listen to audio mostly because of the crafting and the working or whatnot. So I decided that I wanted to try my hand out in that. And it's not been horrible, but it has not been great. And it has not been consistent. What I would like is consistent sales. So I'm still doing the genre of gift boxes because I don't know, I just love that kind of stuff. And I love the mystery, the take on a mystery box. So I love that too. So I did the mystery boxes. I did a Black Girl Experience. box, and I did a general box for just general. And so I first in my head, I was like, I'll do 50 of each. But then I said, dial it down because I'm having to invest in this business with these things. So I dialed it down. I did 15 boxes of the general and 15 boxes of Black Girl Experience. So I have, and that was my launch was December 1st. Today is February 17th. So it's been over 2 months. I have one general box left for the general Bookish box, one. So I've sold 14, so that's amazing. And I want to say I have maybe 5 of the Black Girl Experience boxes left. So I've sold 10. So that has been great. I have other things on my website as well. I have keychains, dust covers, pins, bookmarks, other little bookish things. Nobody's buying those. Okay. I don't think they're being seen. I think they're lovely. I think the price point is good. They're less than $10. And to me, it's worth more. But I try to be reasonable because I know what it's like to want things and not have the money for the extra little things. So I really try to keep my price point down. I'm not trying to get rich or anything like that. I'm just really trying to share my work. So, but they're not getting seen. Like nobody's picking them up. So because it's been so dead, and I've spoke about this in previous videos, I've decided to expand into other areas. I did a faithful box, a faith-based box, faith-based box. I did that. And I wrapped that up. I finally put the video together and got it out yesterday. So I've been working on a Coquette Bookish box. Now, I want to veer from the bookish items in that, and I felt like the faith-based box was okay because it's the Bible. You know, it's based on the Bible, and the Bible is a book. So it still kind of aligns with what it is that I'm trying to do. And then I started purchasing the things that I wanted for the Coquette bookish box, right? And that's great. But then I thought, well, the Coquette bows are such a trendy thing right now. Do I really want to just pigeonhole myself to a bookish box when I can open that up to a general bow box and maybe I can get some sales that way? Because I feel like if I'm more diverse, then it opens me up to other customers. So then I'm like, well, do I change my business name from a bookish place to something else? I don't want to go through all that. I don't want to do all that stuff. Maybe I'll change a bookish place to my slogan of books and other gifts or something. I don't know. I don't want to do all that, but because I still want it to be bookish based. But I'm thinking I am going to veer off of that road of just books and maybe expand into other things. And with that being said, I started getting some of the things in from our Coquette Bow Bookish box. So much to say. So my Bow Bookish box, I've started getting some items in that I would like to show you guys what I'm working on. And I kind of think I have a box together that I think I'm going to like, but I may switch it up. I'm not sure. So this is where we are. Showing the items that I have for this box, and things might change. I'm using a smaller box for this one, and I'm using a different type of cup. I'm using a snow globe glitter glass can. So I did the research on these guys, and they're going for about $20 to $25 alone for just this. For just this. I can see why. It's with some work. I mean, I did it. I put it together. Not finished with these. I'm satisfied with these ones. I made other ones that I wasn't satisfied with. Let me show you. This was my first one. Too much glitter. I just was trying to think that it wasn't supposed to separate because I hadn't seen any videos where it was separating. And so I wanted to fill it up as much as possible. But And if it stayed like this would be perfect, because this is really what I wanted to look like, and not necessarily a snow globe, but just with the different glitters, because it's, to me, it matches the sticker, the direct to film adhesive that I put on there, which is bows and books and look like teacups. So I didn't like the separation there. So I moved on to something like this, which is more glittery, if you could tell, but I like that it was muted. It was matted. This is more glittery and probably a little more of the Coquette style, that it's shimmery and very girly. So this is where I landed with these. Not that this is bad, but this is my personal cup now. So yeah, so that's where we are with that. I just wanted to spend a little time and talk about how I went from just being a bookish inspired place to expanding my business. And, you know, evolution is natural. And my brand has to evolve for it to be successful. So I have to venture and, take some risks. So this is where I am. And I landed on these bows because I'm very passionate, because I love cute stuff. And these bows represent the girlish girl, very cutesy, very mindful, very demure. It's all that for me, right? So that's why, and they're trending. And it's not only for adults, it's for young girls. So I feel like, it's a little more diverse. And I'm passionate about it. And I could still do a bookish box for bows and have a regular box for a bow box and see what that does. So that's where we are. So hang on, stick around. I'm going to show you a couple things. Hey guys, it's just me. This is what I wanted to show you guys, how I went from being very successful on Etsy to actually having nothing. So I started my business out in 2021, and this will be for the bridal proposal boxes that I was making. So this is my first year, and as you can see, I did very well. I started in April, and for the first year, this is before cost of goods and taxes and all that thing. So for the first year, I did make $61,864.17. And that was just for 8 months. I had 1,154 orders that year. So for 2022, I did $103,556.35 in sales. I had 1,686 sales that year. This by far was the best year that I had with the proposal boxes, and that was in 2022. And I've kept this business going all the way to 2024. It's just started to fall off real bad. So in 2023, let's see, I made $73,476.26. I had 1,010 orders. Even though it was like $30,000 less than the previous year, it was still a good year. I still was vibing. It was wonderful. Then we get to 2024 and it just fell off. So for 2024, I did $18,791.23 and I had 268 orders. I stopped selling the proposal boxes, I believe, in October. October, I was just done with it. So it started off pretty decent for the year. In January, it started off, I made $4,828, and it just started to decline like real bad. So when we get to June of 2024, it absolutely fell off. It was just not given anything. So it just wasn't even worth my time. And at that point, I had been frustrated. I had just started to feel like, a failure, quite truthfully. And I just wanted to do something. And I did love it. I did love making beautiful boxes. I love making people feel special during that time of their life when, it was all love. So I love being part of the story, but it was just too much to consider that it just wasn't making money. And I needed money to supplement my income because it's just very, very expensive to live in California. And it is. And I have kids. And so I've always done a hustle I've always done a hustle, but this hustle was not hustling. So then I came in December when I really decided that I was going to do my launch. I don't know what these sales were. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I think I allowed a couple people that previously purchased from me to get some boxes in November, but December 1st is when I launched into the Bookish place. So I changed my Etsy and the name and all of that to reflect the new business. And the first month was good. I think $483 was pretty good. I'm not a person that does a lot of marketing or whatever. My YouTube channel isn't bringing me business because I barely get any views. So this was strictly from Etsy. So 400 and some odd dollars for the first month of December. And then January, I didn't even realize that I did that well in January. I brought in $697.98, which I'm very happy about that, actually. February has been a snooze. I've had 3 orders, and I think I had to cancel one, quite truthfully. So it's really 2 orders for February. So this is where we are. We're in the middle of February, and it's really kind of dead. And that's why I've ventured off into trying to do other things. But I just wanted to show you where I'm coming from. I mean, it was hard work. It was a lot of work. I've only ever did this by myself. And it was a time where, you know, I really needed to be busy and working and things of that nature. Now, all of that was not profit, obviously. Maybe 40% of that was profit from these years. So I say that to say, I know that it's possible to be successful. I'm just trying to find where I can grow and do something that I love as well. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Okay, so you guys, I told you I got an order. I didn't tell you. I'm just telling you now. But I did get an order. It goes out tomorrow because it was the holidays today. So it'll go out tomorrow. And it is customized. They want dulce on the box. So I need to go in, create the dulce. Okay, so we have completed the Bookish bow box. I'm very happy with it. I'm very satisfied. The one thing that I am missing are the enamel pins. I did order those. They haven't come in yet. So it'll be a while before I get those. And I'm thinking, oh, maybe I'll just throw that in as a freebie because I really don't have room for too much more. And the box weighs 1 pound and 15 ounces already. Once I get over 2 pounds, the shipping is going to be like $4 more for the customer. So I try to stay within that 2 pound range because if I'm shipping from California and it's going to the East Coast, it's going to be like $13, which that's a lot. That's expensive on top of what the box is going to cost. Probably I'm going to still keep it in the $35, $40 range. Mostly because of the snow globe tumbler, but and all of the handmade items that I put in here, which were the pin. I beaded the things for the pin. I made the purse charm, the bookmark, and also the little dangle that's on the straw topper. And I also sold the fabric bookmark. So there's a lot of handmade items in there. I think $40 is very reasonable for the box. There's a lot of things inside of it, and it's very unique. So yeah, I need to take pictures of it so I can put it on my Etsy shop. I'm gonna be honest, I still haven't taken pictures of the faith-based box. So that's the one thing that I don't like about having my own business is I hate the marketing aspect of it. I hate taking pictures. I'm not that good at this stuff. And so it takes me a while to get in the mood to put the stuff up. So I'm hoping that today is going to be the day that I'm in the mood to take these pictures. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap it up here because I think this is going to be kind of a longer video. So thank you guys so much for sticking with me on my back and forth. Will I, won't I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to figure it out as I go along. And I appreciate you guys coming on the journey with me. I'll talk to you later. Bye.